This is an Off the Tongue podcast.
Hey everybody, Doug.
Greg.
And this is Mike.
And we are the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast, part of the Off the Tongue podcast network. And who else might be on the Off the Tongue podcast network, you might ask? Well, you got the Greener Grass podcast. We got Teach a Dummy, Skate Ohio, the original Copycats, and Pint Pals podcast. So make sure to check all them out and give us a listen as well. Hey, welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in to the show. Another Christmas show. We are closing in on Christmas.
Another cold Illinois night.
It is another cold Illinois night. As
the only nights in Illinois we have.
As
October.
we are recording this.
Always with an abundance of wind. Not in the studio. Well, there's some breeze down here probably.
All right. Well, tonight we're going to jump right in. I've got some, we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
I've got some reviews, kind of a kid's point of view review. And
I thought you meant reviews of the podcast.
No, they're all negative.
We wouldn't want to air those.
No. Then as a review or synopsis as an adult of some beloved Christmas TV specials. And then I think we got some stuff on Uber Eats Christmas. And you can hire a girlfriend for Christmas. I'm not sure what all that's going to entail, but
don't know.
We'll
I'll break
just
it down
jump right
for
in.
us.
And then we got some Christmas tree thoughts and things.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to jump right in. And I was watching a Christmas special, had it on TV, just as we was decorating, doing things around the house.
Fun to do.
And I got to thinking that as a kid, I felt, you kind of watch them, there's one thought process about, oh, I like this. But then as an adult, you kind of can see the perspective from the other side. And I'll show you. So I'm going to start off with The Grinch. Everybody knows The Grinch That Stole Christmas, right? And the Who's a Who.
Now, is there a particular version you're reviewing?
The cartoon. These are all the cartoons.
Okay.
The kind of the original back in the 60s.
So those were the ones that I grew up on. Like as a kid, we would always watch all of the cartoon ones.
Yes, that's the only ones I acknowledge.
Yes. I'm kind of the same one.
So I went and looked at, on the guide when you're going through, it says The Grinch stole. A grumpy hermit hatches a plan to steal Christmas from the Who's of Whoville. And then he learns to love Christmas. Okay,
right.
Sure. But as you're watching this, so as a kid, you're like, oh yeah, look at that grump. He's out there, he's stealing people's, and they just want to show joy and love to Christmas. And all that is true. But as I got older, you start looking at this, it's like, okay, really the Grinch's complaint is that he just is sick of all the noise. There's so much noise going on. It's so bad. He leaves the town and moves to the top of a mountain. He's like, I can't deal with this. I can't deal with all the noise. And to top it off, he's got health problems. He's got a heart that's two sizes too small.
Yeah.
That he's got to deal with this.
He stinks, and stunks too.
I know. It's horrible. I'm trying to bring this up real quick.
Nobody would even touch him with a
10-foot pole. Or no, I think it was different. It was kind of like something in a 1/2-foot pole.
Yeah.
I don't know.
39 and a half foot pole.
Yeah. There we go.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So as I
Poor
went
guy.
and I was looking in the actual poem that they wrote, that they based all this on, it says that he dealt with the noise for 53 years.
Wow.
I would be a grouch too if I had to deal with the noise. 53 years of these people. And not only, so he moves to the mountain, you still can't get away from the noise.
Now I forget, was he always, so I kind of forget the cartoon. It's been a long time since I've seen it. So how does it start out? Did you say he's in town and he moves up to the mountain?
No,
well, he's on the mountain.
It starts off.
Okay,
yeah,
he's already on it.
So he's already on the mountain.
So he was never a Who then.
I mean, and he's like way up at the top.
Yeah, he's on that with the curly Q top or whatever.
Yeah. But the people they come outside and they point their heads to the heaven and they yell and shout as loud as they can so he can hear it on the mountain.
Oh yeah, they scream it.
It's kind of jerky of the Who people. Don't they, the people of Whoville, don't they realize, look, they know the Grinch is there. Oh, he's the Grinch. He hates Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's go outside and sing to the top of our voice. Like, oh, okay. But yeah, it says in the actual poem that he's done this for 53 years. Then, if you look at like on Christmas Day, he starts telling all the stuff. This would drive me nuts. All the kids get their things out. They're running around. It says, and their shrieks, squeaks, and squeals racing around on their wheels. They'll dance with tinglers tied on their heels. They'll blow their flubers. They'll bang their tinkers. They'll blow their hoobers. It just keeps going on and on. All the stuff they're going to blow and bang and drum. It's like they'll play noisy games like Zoo Ziti Kaze, a roller skate type of lacrosse and crochet. And then they'll make ear-splitting noises. Deluxe. And their great big cardio schlooks. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, yes, okay. He did go steal all their stuff.
He stole
That's
Christmas.
bad. But I'm saying
I can't take the law into your own hands.
Well, I'm saying I kind of see where he's coming from. As a kid, you're just like, oh, he's a mean monster that just hates everybody. Yeah, but there's a reason. They're obnoxious about things. It's awful. So that's kind of where I'm going with this.
So do you feel the same way about the Scrooge?
Well, Scrooge is, yeah.
Because he's cranky
But
what triggered him? Was he just naturally cranky?
The love of money. He gave up everything for the love of money.
Yeah, he was a greedy guy.
He was greedy.
Because the story's a little similar, but
it is a little similar. But it wasn't the noise. He just gave up everything for the love of money.
He just hated people and loved money.
Just loved money. Just loved money. So I got 4 of these. That's number 1. The second one, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and we've talked about this one before. You watch it as a kid. It's like, and the TV guide little description: a young Rudolph lives at the North Pole with his father as one of Santa's reindeer. It's expected that Rudolph will eventually be one too. However, he has a feature which is a setback and cause him to be ostracized: his red nose. Yeah. So this one, as a kid, you watch it and you're like, oh, it's Santa Claus and the toys.
It always kind of scared me a little bit when I was young.
The Bumble was a little scary.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest, the Island of Misfits toys kind of scared me as well.
I think it was the animation for the Bumble. I think it did him dirty. I was saying that's.
Well, it shows he's got those giant teeth, like
I recorded that this year and I've not watched it yet.
I watched that one the other night.
Perhaps my favorite Christmas character of all time, Yukon Cornelius.
I love
everybody loves Yukon. Yeah.
I have a Yukon Cornelius ornament on my tree.
Yeah.
He's so great.
Yeah.
But in that movie, as you get older, you realize, wow, Santa's kind of a jerk. They did not do Santa any favors in that movie, in the story. Because
a number of people were jerks in that.
Yes, they are.
Go ahead, though.
No, that's perfect. That's where I'm heading. So Santa's a jerk because he comes to see the new babies when they're all born, and of course, Donner is Rudolph's dad, and he comes in. Of course, first thing Donner does is, let's cover up the nose, let's put it up, so they hide the nose.
Yeah, put that black.
Yeah, and then he's like, and he's running around, and he even does a little jump and a little bit of a fly, and Santa's impressed, and then the thing pops off in his nose and goes, it's shining. And Santa's like, I'm disappointed, Donner. It's like, what? He flew as a baby. Why is the nose? But that's what.
He's different.
Yeah. And then the Coach Comet.
That's who I was thinking of.
Go ahead. I'll let you
I was just saying he was a jerk to him, too.
Was.
He can't play in the reindeer games.
That's right, gang. I don't know why they had him talk like James Cagney, but they did. Hey, gang, listen, we won't let him play it in here. Or, not James Cagney, but, I can't think of
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Okay. Anyway, the gangster.
Yeah.
We won't let him play in any game, see? Yeah.
That's right.
But yeah, he is a jerk. And then they runs away. The Bumble takes the big stalactite or mite or whichever one and crushes Rudolph.
Yeah.
Which as a kid, that was startling because I thought, they killed Rudolph. It's like, so then they bring him out and pull his teeth.
I think it was like a kid's version of like a horror movie because you'd watch it and you go to bed and be kind of like, it's kind of scary.
And then they had the Isle of Misfit Toys. So they bring that, and the flying lion kind of scared me for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why that was.
Well, and the weird Jack in the Box and the
Charlie in the Box.
Yeah, Charlie in the Box. Yeah.
But so then they come back and Santa makes up and he's like, "Oh, I'm glad you came back, Rudolph." And then Rudolph's nose is glowing. He's like, "Turn it off." I wouldn't be upset with the nose glowing because that's going to light your way. What?
Well, maybe Santa hadn't thought of that yet.
What I would get upset is that horrible, annoying noise it makes. That's what I would make fun of him for. And like, you can't do the sleigh. I can't imagine an entire night trying to go around the whole world.
What's that ringing in my ear?
Like, oh, jeez, can you not mute that? Why does it have to make this terrible sound?
Yeah, that's what his dad should have been fixing, not the light.
And then, at the very end, they go and they pick up the Misfit toys and they're going to give them the... But I always thought, well, what if you're one of the kids with... I don't want a cowboy that rides an ostrich. Now I'm going to get made fun of because I got this toy that doesn't work properly.
You would feel like the kid in Toy Story that lived next door to the toys. Sid.
Oh, I got a choo-choo train with square wheels. This is not fun, Santa. Was I bad? Was I on the naughty list? What happened?
You were.
So, I don't know. You have anything to add to that one?
No, I mean, you covered all the... Yeah, there are...
Again, things I love, and these are movies and TV shows I loved as a kid. I still enjoy them.
Santa was he was kind of mean to his wife. He's sitting there in his chair and he's got his T-shirt on. He's all grumpy. It's like, I don't know, maybe you got to go out once a year and fly all around the world. Maybe that makes you grumpy.
Maybe it does. Well, and then the elves, they're singing for him.
Yeah.
This one's for Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, they need some work. Poor Hermie the elf just wanted to be a dentist. A dentist? Oh, so, yeah, there's that one. And then the other one I have here, I've got two more. Santa Claus is Coming to Town. Did you ever watch that one, Mike?
Yeah.
You know that one? It's got the Fred Astaire, the mailman. He's going.
That one, which I always liked that character.
I haven't
always
seen that
liked
one
him.
in a while, but...
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So their little synopsis is a mailman reveals the origin of Santa Claus through story and song. Okay, and it's fun. It's a fun story, fun everything. The Winter Wizard kind of scared me as a kid.
Yeah,
even though he becomes a good guy,
right?
But there's some things I have some issues with this story too. Because the bad guy in it is the Burgermeister Meisterburger, and he's kind of a curmudgeon and a jerk. And
yes,
I
he's
hated
kind
him
of like
as a kid.
General Burkhalter in Hogan's Heroes.
He is.
Okay, clink.
He is. As a kid, I hated him. Now, as I got older, you kind of see like, well, okay, he was a bad guy, yeah, but still, what they're trying to do is, Kris Kringle makes toys, and he brings them in and gives them. But the kids are just running wild through the streets. They're screaming. The toys are everywhere. People are tripping on them, breaking their legs. So, all right, no more toys. He keeps bringing the toys in. And you said you saw this before. Yeah. So
it's been a long time.
They bring the toys in. But there's some problems. Like, how do the kids get the toys? What do they have to do to get the toy?
I don't even remember.
See, because I feel like there's a little song that goes with this. I feel like this will get the Burgermeister Burger involved in your life.
Put one foot in front of the other.
No, it is not.
Was that a year without Santa Claus?
No, that's the same.
Oh.
It's
same show.
One.
Okay.
That's when the Winter Warlock is becoming a good guy. He doesn't think he can be that.
And that's Heatmeister and the other guy.
I like the Heatmeister.
Yeah, that's from A Year Without Santa Claus.
Yeah.
No, on this one, he tells the kids that if you sit on my lap today, a kiss, a toy is the price you'll pay. I feel like that's going to bring the mayor of the town in. Like, what are we doing? What did you have to give a guy a kiss?
Got to do it to get the toy.
So I feel like that's a little odd. Now, he was a little nicer Santa Claus than in Rudolph. I mean, he was maybe a little too nice. Maybe that was the problem. We need to split the difference there on that.
Yeah, come sit in my lap.
Yeah.
You need more balance, Santa.
Yeah. Again, overall, the Burgermeister Meisterburger is bad. But I understand when the kids are just running wild and there's toys just everywhere, just left all over, thrown over. Now he collects them all up and burns them in front of them, and they cry. And then he put them in prison. That's not good. It's not good.
Was this the one where he had like a buddy penguin or like a penguin who followed him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then, for me, probably the most egregious of them all. Frosty the Snowman. And the little TV guide synopsis, a living snowman and little girl struggle to elude a greedy magician who's after the snowman's magic hat. And as a kid, I'd watch it like,
yeah, and that sounds harmless.
I was like, okay. But I forgot a lot of this. It starts off with the magician, and he's not a great magician, but he's at their school doing a little show for him, and he's messing up. And the kids are kind of poking fun at him and stuff. It's like, you're kind of being a jerk about it, first of all. So he gets out and he gets mad and he throws the hat down and then he gets the hat. And the rabbit takes off with the hat and he chases the rabbit to get the hat back. Well, the kids, quote unquote, find the hat. It's the magician's hat. They just steal it. They put it on the snowman. It comes to life. The magician comes and grabs it, takes it back. The kids are upset. It's his hat. They're stealing his hat.
But it made the snowman come alive.
It doesn't matter. It's not theirs. Well, the bunny steals the hat back, gives it to the little kids. They put it back on the Frosty, and he's born for a second time. And then, so they take off. They're running. The magician's after him, trying to get his hat, his own hat that they stole back. They run through
Do you
town.
remember the magician's name?
I'll try to think of it.
All right, go ahead, though. They run through town.
They go through town with a parade. They cause traffic jams. They spit a cop around. They're causing all kinds of mayhem with this snowman just running through town.
They should have mayhem in the commercial or in the show.
Professor Hinkle.
Oh,
Hinkle, yeah.
Hinkle, that's right. So then they're like, oh, okay, Frosty's going to melt. We got to get him to the North Pole. So they go to try to buy him a train ticket to the North Pole. They don't have any money. So they stow away on the train. They get on the train.
These delinquents.
The magician follows them. He locks, Frosty in the greenhouse.
Yeah, he starts melting in the greenhouse.
Well, he does melt. Now, again, I'm not saying the magician is completely innocent. You killed Frosty.
Yeah. Because your hat made something come to life.
They did steal your hat. So he kills Frosty. He gets his hat. I've got my hat. Santa Claus shows up, opens the window, the magic wind, gives the hat from the magician, makes the magician put it back on Frosty. It says, now you are on the permanent naughty list. Unless you write you're sorry 100 zillion times. 100 zillion. It seems a little excessive.
Can you write it that many times?
Or you're on the permanent naughty list. Look, the kids stole this man's way to make a living. He was a productive, tax-paying member of society. They steal his hat. He's got to write, I'm sorry, 100 zillion times. The kids, how many times did they have to write, I'm sorry for stealing? 0!
They weren't even on the naughty list.
No! They went home and got their stuff. Good job, kids. Way to stow away and steal a ride on a train, steal somebody's hat. This poor musician. This poor magician is just trying to make a living. He's probably 40. He just hates his job. He's just trying to make money. He's going, trying to put on a show for these snotty little kids. They don't appreciate it. They steal his hat and then he's in trouble. I don't know. As an adult,
there's something to be said. There's something to be said.
That's what I see with Frosty. As a kid, I liked it. As an adult, you're like, the magician's kind of getting jobbed here.
Well, yeah, because as a kid, all those characters. Well, it's funny. Santa and Rudolph always seemed a little mean, I thought. But yeah, I mean, when you're a kid, he does seem like the bad guy. The magician does.
Yeah. See, I got to be honest. As a kid with Rudolph, I never really paid attention to Santa being kind of jerky. I guess I was more just interested in I wanted to hurry up and get to Yukon than the Bumble.
Well, that's the.
So I probably wasn't paying that much attention.
Get past Santa.
When he's tasting his pickaxe.
Yeah.
This fog's as thick as peanut butter.
Don't you mean pea soup?
You eat what you eat, and you eat what you like, and I'll eat what I like. I loved.
Yeah, he's good.
So, all right. Anyway, that was it.
I think the rage is. There's another person in here to blame too for all of that.
Okay,
Frosty. The rabbit. You got to also.
Well,
the rabbit facilitates the
He
children's
keeps taking-
behavior.
He does. He keeps taking the hat away from the magician.
I think the magician, he needs to look a little closer at his inner circle here.
I do.
He's got to take a
Now
look at
maybe
that.
he's abusive to the rabbit.
Well,
we don't know, but yeah, the rabbit. You're right.
Well, it's true because really the kids really didn't go steal it. The rabbit did.
The
take
rabbit
it.
came and they took it, but when the magician said it was theirs, the kids wouldn't give it back.
Yeah,
True,
from
true.
that point on, I guess.
Once they
the
knew it
kids
was
were-
his, they're like, too bad.
Yeah.
It's Frosty's now. So anyway, I don't know. I just was watching a few of those, and I thought it's funny how as you get older, you grow up, your perspective just changes on stuff. Not that the Burgermeister's still a bad guy, the Wizard Warlock, the Magician, but I can kind of the Grinch, but I kind of can see their side of the story a little bit better. It's like, yeah, okay, maybe you guys don't need to come out and sing at the top of your lungs.
And-
Who's and Whoville.
And on that point too, with the Grinch, that song he's got to listen to gets real old real quick.
It does.
You've heard 5 seconds of that song. You've heard it all. I mean, it's like being stuck on Epcot, or not Epcot, the Small World.
Yeah, it's a
type
small
thing.
world, yeah.
It's
Well,
like
and like you said before, it's nothing but just putting him down over and over all the horrible things that he is. He's mean. He stunk. You wouldn't touch him with a 39.5-foot pole. His, there's like, wow.
You're a vile one.
You're vile.
Yeah.
I would be a grouch too. So, all right. That was
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That was the end of my.
Are there any other shows from that era that? Because my
There is a year without Santa Claus, but
Yeah,
that was
there's that,
I mean, that was kind of like a second tier.
yeah,
These
and my
were the
go-to
ones that I
Christmas
would-
show is the Charlie Brown.
Well, I didn't put
And-
that one
but
in there.
there's nothing I can,
No, it's not like the Charlie Brown
not a bad
Halloween
guy.
where the adults are bullying Charlie Brown. Which is
yeah,
brutal.
rock.
It's like, jeez. That's how bad our childhood was. The adults would bully you and laugh about it. They get a rock. Like, jeez. This is terrible. Yeah, the Christmas one I really couldn't think of. It was all
I mean,
just
they're
kids.
all mean to Charlie Brown.
They are mean to
because
Charlie Brown.
You know, he's
You're a blockhead,
He's
Charlie
just
Brown.
innocently trying to direct their play.
Yeah.
And they're all mad at him, but he's just trying to have order.
And then when he does get invited, they're like, "Oh, there were 2 less Charlie Brown. Those not to
You were
invite."
on one.
Like, wow, you were on a list, but it was the one not to invite. These girls are brutal. They're
You
brutal.
blockhead, I knew you'd screw it up.
Just like in real life, man. I'm just kidding. A sexist would say.
So I guess there is a bad side to that one.
There
too.
is, but we
the
know
girls.
those. Yeah, wow. They are. They're just horrible, mean to Charlie
They
Brown.
are mean to him.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, that's probably Charlie Brown Christmas is my top tier one. That's the
Yeah,
one.
that's
my favorite.
My fave. But I'm going to go back and watch a couple of these. So I'll,
Yeah, I watched Rudolph. I did not watch The Grinch.
yeah. Have you know? There's just the Grinch has gotten huge though, as far as like decorations and
Oh,
stuff.
I know.
And I saw there's like a bar in Peoria that's like all Grinch. It's like everything's Grinch in it.
well,
I mean,
I think we're on. They've done so many new Grinch, not say new, but
Versions.
they've
Yeah.
had so many new versions of the Grinch lately. And
I was never a huge fan of The Grinch. I like more of the Santa Claus, getting the toys, not the stealing stuff. Have you seen any of the TikTok videos where they'll have an adult dressed like the Grinch and break into the house and steal the kids' toys, and from the kids are screaming
in
bloody
front of
murder?
the
were
kids,
talking
the
about
kids
that,
watch
I
them.
hate them. I do not think they're funny. I think they're awful. I think that's child abuse, man.
Well, I think I brought it up the last time we talked about it too.
Yeah.
I saw one where the Grinch comes in, knocks out cold Santa Claus in front of the kids, and then steals their stuff.
yeah,
What's the point? To
Other than to
traumatize?
what's that going to do to the kids later in life? I mean,
I don't get what the point is. Like, what? For laughs?
Was that
Well,
last week or 2 weeks ago?
it's
we,
review, yeah.
we talked about the Menendez brothers. This is how that starts. and you do that then, and 14 years later, I got a couple shotguns. Mom and Dad are sleeping right now.
yeah. They won't be asking for the Red Ryder BB gun.
No.
They'll be on the AR-15.
You might shoot a little bit more than an
you're
eye
just,
out.
You're
at
just
that point.
traumatizing kids.
I'm going to take out the Grinch. All the Grinches. So anybody that's dressed like a Grinch is gone.
Yeah.
I do like with the Grinch. I like the yard decorations where he's
Oh,
He's like pulling off the strands of
Yeah,
lights.
that's kinda funny.
I kind of like those. I get a chuckle
Yeah.
out of them.
Yeah.
that's all I got.
I've got a couple stories here. Some more random Christmas stories.
Random.
I did make a pilgrimage to Nova Scotia, and I gave Woody a Cinnabon offering. Yeah. So, on a different note,
gotta
but,
take care of Woody.
I'd seen this article, and it's already passed. So you've unfortunately you missed out on the opportunity, but maybe it'll come back next year. But apparently, via Uber, you could order Christmas carolers and Christmas trees with Uber earlier this year.
Okay.
So basically, Uber came out. It was a new seasonal offering that will help users request on-demand carolers, Christmas tree deliveries, gifts, and more, all via the Uber Eats app. We designed this festive suite of limited edition products to bring a little holiday magic directly to our customers' doorsteps this season, says Lexi Levin Mitchell, communications director at Uber. Each December, we look for new ways to delight folks while giving them more time to enjoy what matters most, spending time with loved ones. So it was on December 7th, and it was only in select cities, New York, LA, Dallas, Miami, Washington, D.C. on December 7th, took advantage of the app's first ever Uber Carolers. Carolers came to your house for $60. Audiences for Christmas classics can select a bottle of booze, as well as, inviting some friends over to join in on the concert. So, I don't know.
I'm assuming the bottle of booze is not included in the $60.
I think it is.
Oh,
I think it was. So for the $60,
The carolers are drunk when they get there.
that could be.
Well, and I wonder, it's like, is it just anybody any person they just grab off the street to, hey, you want to come carol for Uber? It's like, what? Sure.
Do they all pile in the car and come to your house? Is
It's
that
like a clown car. Yeah, I just thought that was odd. And the other ones where you can get a tree receiving gifts, like, I think what the gifting was is you could select a gift from Uber, which I'm not quite sure what it was. Plants, I think I saw in here somewhere, flowers. But then you could also send that like a delivery to a friend, and Uber just facilitates the delivery. So
I'd have to say,
quite
while
sure.
you're coming to Carol, can you bring my Taco Bell with you?
yeah, I was saying, and at the end of the day, it is Uber Eats. So
Yeah. There should
I
be
don't
food.
know.
There should be food involved.
So how do you feel about this? What do you
it feels odd to me.
I don't like
thumbs up or thumbs down?
it. Down.
Yeah, I'd probably thumbs down.
I put hate.
I like
think
carolers. That's fine.
Organic.
Yes.
I don't want forced caroling. I just don't want it.
I might have participated in some forced caroling over
Well,
the years.
yeah, as a kid, yeah, sometimes you're forced to do that. But I feel like people need to do more things yourself. I feel like we get into this relying on technology a lot. And again, I like technology. I use a lot of it. But I think that we're getting in a bad place where we don't go and do a lot of this stuff ourselves. Like, go out and shop for Christmas. That used to be part of the Christmas experience. That was good and bad, but we get some funny
Shop for
stories
what?
out of it.
Go shop for what?
A Christmas tree. Like, you can have one delivered. It's like, go out, try to find one, look at them.
I had to come all the way into the basement and get mine.
Well, we used to go cut a Christmas tree when I was a kid. That was always fun. Mom would make a thermos of hot chocolate. We go out and cut a tree, bring it back. I mean, and that
Strap
was
it
just
to
part
the car.
I'm picturing the Christmas vacation.
Yeah. No, not quite like that. It was
Doug's
a
lips
small
are
tree.
blue.
But I feel like there's too much of this. Just push a button, push a button, push
It
a
is.
button.
It is.
And pretty soon people, they never leave the house. They just bring the entertainment to me, bring this to me. Go out and do something.
Well, it takes the specialness out
It
of
does.
it. It just makes it very, I don't know, what's the word? Very,
It was not festive, basically. Is
yeah,
what-
not festive, but just, it's too simple. It's too,
Well,
it doesn't
I feel
take
like
any effort.
I feel like the process and the experience is part of the experience, and the work is part of the experience. Like, okay, yeah, I can order Uber Eats, or you know what? Maybe take an afternoon and mix up some cookie dough and bake them and put them in a box, and you drive them to people's house and drop them off. We do that, and it's It can be a pain. It can be fun. It can be both of those.
Well, the work part of it is it can be anything like that can be a pain, but hopefully the enjoyment you and the others get out of it make it.
And that's part of the gift. When if they brought you something and you're like, oh, this was homemade, it's like, all right, they put some time and effort and they box it up and they drop it rather than, hey, Greg, I'm going to Venmo you this. It's like, well, okay. You literally just moved your finger around. Yeah. All right.
Well, you just made me think of another topic you've harped about before, and that is the Amazon Chris wish list.
I've got one. I had to break down because people are like, ugh. I finally broke down. I was like, fine, whatever. Here's just some random shirts and sweatshirts. Basically, it's like,
just pick one.
Yeah. It's like, I like black shirts or dark shirts, XL. Just pick something. I don't care. But we get them.
Oh, and I've used them. I mean,
and I know these wish lists a lot of times we'll get from family, extended family, and they're probably a generic list for everybody. But I'll scroll through some. It's like there's some like $400 or $500 stuff. Like I don't know what you're expecting, but where's like the $25 gift?
Yeah,
because that's where we're headed.
I need the budget wish list.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to derail the whole conversation there.
I didn't have much more. So one thing you can't get from Uber Eats, though, is a pretend Christmas girlfriend.
Maybe one of the carolers. Maybe I could pick one of them up.
One of the carolers?
Maybe.
You think if they go through the drive-thru to get your food for you, as with all the carolers, they're like sing your order? 3 burritos.
Worse yet, they'll get out and they'll sing to the drive-through line. And knowing me, I'd be 3 cars stuck behind. Just get out of the way.
Mike's one. Bah humbug.
Now I get screwed. I get it.
Yes.
I'm stuck behind the carolers at the drive-through, waiting on Uber Eats. So, if you can't get the Christmas girlfriend from Uber, you can get it from this lovely woman here. She's you'll never guess. She's an OnlyFans model.
What?
So you'll never guess that. So
more clicks.
I got to thank the New York Post for this article.
If she's OnlyFans and you're ordering her as a girlfriend, is this just like a platonic girlfriend, or are you talking?
We'll get into the details.
Okay, because I'm kind of curious.
It says, lonely bachelor, again, New York Post. I love the New York Post.
We do love the New York Post.
It says, lonely bachelors are frequently forced to stave off questions about their love lives when they head home for the holidays. But one inventive OnlyFans star is coming to the rescue. And I mean, Courtney and I were dating in college, but like, I never got these questions, like in high school or whatever. It's like, nobody in my family ever, it's like,
maybe as you get older,
I guess. But like nobody asked my brother either.
Like what questions? Like
nobody would ever ask me about my love life or my brother. Nobody pesters him at all.
See, with my family, if anyone got any inkling you had a girlfriend, you were going to be berated and tormented about having a girlfriend. So you would tell your girlfriend,
don't show up. I can't have
yes, it's like, don't even acknowledge.
I'm still single. Sorry.
Yes, I can't even acknowledge that I sort of like a girl.
No.
Sorry, go
on. So poor Lori had to miss some Christmases there. I feel like early.
Well, I was a little bit older then. That worked out, but yeah, when I was in high school.
To that point, it's like I don't know. Nobody's pestering. I can't imagine like my grandma pestering my brother about his love life or anything. But
and we would have had to do mail order girlfriends. We didn't have TikTok back then.
No, OnlyFans. Greg couldn't have his OnlyFans girlfriend there either. Right?
No,
it wasn't a thing.
And there weren't pictures. It was just a description. You're like, well, okay.
You can occasionally get a number off the bathroom wall or something, maybe. I don't know.
Jenny.
Oh, my gosh. So it says, Jasenia Rebecca, 29, is willing to pose as a smitten girlfriend to men who pay the right price. The Miami-based Bombshell has unveiled her Christmas girlfriend packages on social media, with some services costing up to $150 per hour.
Okay, it says Bombshell. It's a little generous, I think. I know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but
she wrote, I'm providing a great service for the holidays for single guys. So let's get into some of these packages that she's offering.
All right.
It says,
single, pathetic.
I have a question on these. So you guys will probably have the same one, but I'm just going to throw it out there.
Go
It
ahead.
says, single men who opt for a silver package must be prepared to pay Rebecca $250 plus give her a gift.
Why? What am I giving you a gift for? How about the money? The
I'm
money
already-
is the gift.
I would already be paying for your girlfriend package. What's the gift? And it doesn't give me guidelines on the gift. What if you give her a bad gift? Is she out?
Yeah, I'm giving you $250. You should bring me a gift.
Yeah, isn't this how this works?
Well, she said some of her packages cost as much as $150 an hour.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what the gift caveat is, but it says in
How
exchange.
do I even know what she likes? I mean, am I going to get I guess her Amazon list.
Yeah, she
I bought you this copy of The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. In exchange, the content creator will call in at the fella's family home for 2 hours.
What do you mean we'll call
call
in?
in. What, you zoom in the dinner?
I don't get that. We'll call in.
So maybe that's just a silver package. So if you want the real deal, you got to go for the gold
I like
package.
and tell a few jokes. I picture
Would
being
she
all
stand
color. A rabbi, hey, we're Jewish. Like, let's not do that. You can't tell those jokes. Like,
Oh my gosh.
oh, I got a great one. You're going to love this one. It's like,
It says those who fork over $450
Jiminy Christmas.
for the gold package will be able to have Rebecca stay for 3 hours of a festive celebration. While there, she'll concoct a cute story about how she met the paying man, so his family is none the wiser that she's only on hire.
It goes up.
Yes, this is the platinum package, Greg. This $600, you get the platinum package, which will see her pose as a loving girlfriend for 6 hours.
She's going to pose.
And this part too, I love they tiptoe around this the whole time, but finally in this paragraph they say, the former stripper will even say, I love you.
We'll say it.
which I don't know why they needed to throw in the former stripper because,
We knew. I mean,
Yeah.
she's on OnlyFans.
yeah, it's like,
The former stripper will even say, I love you to the paying client in front of his family and plant a kiss on the cheek.
at this point, I think I would tell them my girlfriend's a stripper rather than an OnlyFans. Is she on OnlyFans? No, she just gets naked. That's all she does.
I love this part too. It says, not to shy away from hard work, Rebecca from the platinum package will even pitch in to wash dishes for the family after the
For
meal.
$600, you better do my laundry and vacuum the floor. Why if you make me a sandwich?
Matter of fact, that's all I'm going to have
Yeah.
you do.
We're not even going to my family's house. You're coming over here. I got some work.
And then it just goes on. The article just from there is just, it kind of goes off the rails. But anyway, I just, can you even imagine resorting to that?
No, I got a few thoughts on that. I'm with you, Mike. I would never pay. Just go out and get a girlfriend. Go out and ask girls or something. Find some. Join a church or a synagogue or a group. Try to meet some people. Or here. This is something I've recently adopted. I don't know if it's good or bad. I've had mixed reviews. I've just become brutally honest. I've started doing that. My wife's like, I can't believe you just. I said, I'm just out. I'm done trying to pretend. Like I get asked to do something in a nice way. I'll say, no, thank you. You don't want to do it? It's like, doesn't sound like something I'd like. And I'm just like, boom. Now my wife will stress because she's nice. She's pleasant. She's probably the correct way to be. But she's like, I don't want them to feel bad. I said, do you want to do it? No. Well, okay. I said no, so
That's
I'm
always-
not going.
yeah, that's always
but you do whatever you want to do. Well, I don't want to go, but I don't want to. Like, well, I'm out. I say it in a nice way. It's like, well, thank you. I appreciate the offer. But no, that's the same way with my family. If I was going to, like, oh, you don't have a girlfriend yet. I'm like, no, I don't. Move on. Or, you know what?
Yeah.
None of your business.
See, that was basically my main point is, wouldn't it be even worse if your family found out you paid $600 to an OnlyFans model?
Yeah. You
to
didn't get them any
pretend?
gifts because
Yeah, it's like,
You brought a hooker? Well, no, we didn't sleep together. You paid that much and you.
she kissed me on the cheek.
it would be even worse than just saying, no, I'm single.
So many pieces of the puzzle are starting to come into focus now. We get it. Okay. I understand why you don't have a girlfriend. You're making some bad decisions.
Let's just say, yeah, I'm single. That would save you so much time and trouble. Because
What's
then,
going to happen on New Year's? They're like, hey, bring your girlfriend.
We broke up.
I can't afford it.
Yeah, when Grandma finds out,
I blew my whole budget on Christmas. Sorry.
yeah, when Grandma finds out you did that as a
Yeah.
just a skate by thing,
Yeah.
it's like
Here, you
come
can
on,
see her
man.
on my phone.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I saw that woman at the store with some other guy or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, so dumb. There really are there's no rock bottom, it seems like, with things. That seems like what I've discovered lately. That's
Yeah.
all I've got on that.
And people will pay this.
Oh, the comment section at the end, Greg, people were very excited. They wanted more than the platinum package, if you catch my drift.
Jeez.
Titanium.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, man.
She'll wash more than the dishes for you at that point. Just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Like mopping floors and stuff, too. Do some Christmas baking.
She'll clean out your bank account at that point.
Yeah.
We're going caroling later, too.
Well, that's what she does on their side gigs.
I got to
she
do that to
leaves and
make
goes
money
in-
now. I got to be an Uber Eats caroler.
That sounds like
Oh,
something from the
Christmas
old
tree. Oh, Christmas tree.
the old variety shows. Tonight we've got the Uber Eats
It
carolers.
does. They would come out when somebody would say the wrong answer. Here they go, man, and jump out and sing a little song, jump back in the car. Uh-oh, you said the magic word.
At this point, I'm not sure if I had to spend Christmas Eve with Woody the Christmas tree, the Uber Eats carolers, or this fake girlfriend. I'm not sure who I'd pick at
That's
this point.
tough. That is rough.
I think I'm leaning Woody at this point. He seems like the
well, do I
best
have to pay
option.
the girlfriend? Because I can't afford that. I got to go with the cheap option.
Woody would be the cheapest, probably.
My sacrifice to Woody
I
would
could
be
die. Woody could just kill me. But
Well, not if you bring him, what was the Cinnabon?
Cinnabon. He loves.
I don't. What if I don't have a Cinnabon?
You got to get one.
Honestly, being chomped alive by Woody might
Still better.
sound like the best option at this
Still
point.
preferable.
Then having the carolers follow you around all night.
Yeah. Let alone being
I
one of them.
picture that too. You order them $60, they come in. They just keep following you. They keep driving. Everywhere you go, they jump out of the car, start singing. It's like, what? Enough! I can't take any more singing. You're in the bathroom stall. You're
gosh.
Oh, you got us for
in the stall.
Hark.
Go home. Yeah. Go home.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, geez. All right, let's move on to Christmas trees.
Woo.
So, what made me think of this is
Christmas?
Christmas, yes. A couple weeks ago,
I'd be more concerned if you brought this up in like July.
well, yeah, Easter.
I got a Christmas tree segment. It's July.
Well, there's July and Christmas, or Christmas in July.
There is July in Christmas.
There is. So, a couple weekends ago, we went to our town's illustrious
Yes.
Christmas parade, the 2-block Christmas parade.
It's just Uber carolers.
That might spice it up a little bit.
They just show up, jump out of the car, sing, and leave. And it's like, oh, that was nice.
It was very cold out. We went to the 2-block Christmas parade, very cold. And, well, at the end of the parade, everybody goes and stands at the little memorial park we have downtown and await the lighting of the city Christmas tree. Does Washington do a city Christmas tree?
No.
No.
They don't.
They put
don't-
up decorations in the downtown square.
Yeah.
They
So-
figured none of our citizens are dumb enough to stand out here in the cold while we plug this thing in and then clap. But
Now, what we do the candlelight stroll
we
around
do the candlelight stroll.
around the
Oh,
decorations.
we don't have a candlelight stroll.
Well, that way we can try to stay warm. I got my little candle.
Yeah, there was no staying warm. But we didn't stay for the lighting of the tree. We left and went to
Oh, Woody
Monocle's
would
and
be
had
very
pizza.
disappointed, Greg.
Yeah, the Uber carolers would be unhappy too.
They would.
But we didn't stay. We went, had pizza. But then later in the week, I was driving down Main Street, and I happened to look over because I'm like, oh, I wonder how the tree looks this year. I haven't really paid any attention to it. They lit the city tree. They used to be kind of downtown. It was like the White House. They would bring a tree. They would stand it up. It was
It was
big.
a big. It was.
I don't know. What do you think?
It was a big tree.
20 feet?
I'd
Ish.
say a couple stories.
Yeah, big tree.
It was a big tree.
Decorated. Well, then they moved over to Memorial Park, and they were growing one, and it was decent size, but it's behind the park next to a parking lot. It's like you don't see it very well from the street. It's kind of off the beaten path. I'm like, well, first off, that's not very prominent for the city to have a tree. You want people to see it when they come to your town, you know. So the other night I was driving by and I looked over. I'm like, I haven't noticed it this year. Well, there's a reason I haven't noticed. It's like 6 feet tall. I don't know if the old one got chopped down. This tree is small. I think my tree in the living room is bigger than our city Christmas tree. It's like,
I feel like if you're going to have something called the city whatever,
yeah,
it's
we're
got
going
to
to
be
the
a little big
lighting
and
of the
majestic.
tree.
Even for a small city, it's got to be bigger than somebody's tree in their house. It's got to be a bigger tree.
This tree would fit in, a larger room, but it's small.
Yeah, if you're going to have a city Christmas tree, it should be the largest Christmas tree in the city.
Yeah, your city
Like
tree.
in New York, that's the biggest tree in New York. That's the
and
one.
it's illustrious. I mean, this one. It's got lights on it. I don't know if it's even got ornaments on it. It's like
It should be
we're
tall.
putting up the Charlie Brown tree.
It should be taller than the creepy standing hand on top of that one
It
museum.
should be.
Yes.
That is a
Yeah.
callback from a few episodes back. Yeah.
Yeah.
It should be taller.
Yeah, it needs to be prominent, and it's not.
That's
it's like,
disappointing.
yeah, if you drive, go home, drive through town. Look,
Well,
it's
if you went to the tree lighting, you'd be like, wait, where's the tree? That's the tree?
I especially can't imagine standing out in the cold and that's it.
For
It's like,
that.
yeah,
I'm freezing my tuchus off and that's it?
yeah. So
We have 3 strands of light this year, everybody. It's like, ooh.
yes, we have a grand total of 500 bulbs.
Woo!
I don't know. It's just
Underwhelming.
It's
Underwhelming.
like, yeah, this does not represent our city very well. I mean, it's like, give us a good tree. So then on the heels of that, I was flipping through the Babylon Bee, the Not the Bee, and they had a story about the Christmas tree in London, and people have some thoughts about the Christmas tree in London. It's I don't know. I gave you guys the link to it.
Yep.
If you look at it, this is London. I mean, a major city.
I'm going to put the Doug declaration on this. I hate it. My first look at this is I hate
It
it.
looks like somebody got on top with a lift and just unrolled the lights and let them go down
And
the
let them
side.
fall straight down.
And there's and they're white, and there's no other decorations on it. And as the descriptor in the story said, it looks like a large okra.
I can see it.
Yeah, it does. It's got just
The lights aren't even spaced out equally
no.
They're
They're
not.
just like there they are.
Yeah, it's
They're
very
strands.
haphazard.
There's
I think
two strands that are like right on top of each other. Then there's a giant 2 foot gap between that and the next one. And the next gap isn't spaced out properly
I
either.
think they hired somebody from our town to go over to London and decorate this. It's pathetic for a major city like that. Because then
I like some of the videos of the other Christmas
yeah,
trees.
they've got
They're
one
great.
is shooting out fireworks out of it. It's
I mean,
like,
the entire tree looks like it looks like there is a light on every single needle on the tree. It's like,
well, the New York one is massive. I mean, it's like,
So they have a little video that shows the tree with some light on it. And it looks like, is this the best tree we can find?
Yeah.
Your starting point is pretty bad, too.
it's pretty pathetic.
The tree looks like it was sickly. Like, it's not like a fully
Yeah, they
fledged
show the
Christmas
Rome.
tree.
Rome.
Berlin. The Lisbon one, that was the one where it shoots fireworks out of it for like 30 seconds, like, bah, 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 and then the whole street is like lit. It's like, now that is cool. That is a Christmas
That's
tree.
pretty cool.
Yeah. And somebody
I
tried,
would stand outside for that tree.
I would, the firework one?
Oh, yeah.
Where was that one at?
Lisbon.
Lisbon. Yeah.
That one was really cool.
Yeah, one of the commenters tried to defend it. They said, the London tree is a gift from the people of Norway. I think I'd give it back, but
They must hate you.
their annual thank you to the UK for helping them defeat the Nazis, it has deep historic meaning, and it is lit in the traditional Norwegian way.
Crappy?
I bet if you go to Norway and look at theirs, it doesn't look like that.
Wasn't Norway's tradition Krampus? So everything's like, bah!
True.
Terrible and
You get eaten
scary
by-
and horror.
Talk about a bad Santa.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, just seeing our city tree, it's the scaled down London version. Except it is color lights. I'll give it that at least. But
Yeah, that Lisbon tree was the best one. That one was
man, that thing
awesome.
shooting out
It
fireworks, that was amazing. So on the heels of that, I just came up with a little.
I'm
well,
sorry. I just had a couple
Yeah,
things
go ahead
real
and do
quick.
yours, and
Just-
then we'll have a
Well,
little.
as far as Christmas trees go, I was just thinking real quick. On the lights, do you like all white or colored? And I just mean, you might like color lights or white. I'm just saying, if you had to just pick one, you have one. This is it from now on. This is your lights. What are you going with?
Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Excuse me. We got a story on this. So growing up, our Christmas tree at home when I was a kid was the colored lights.
Yep.
I liked it.
Yep.
But we had very, very mismatched ornaments. I mean, they were colorful. We had different sizes, different shapes, different colors. So it kind of it made the tree, excuse me, it was chaotic, but it looked nice in its own way.
We've got a couple that are kind of that way.
And I had our tree when we got it. Our tree is pre-lit, so it's just one that's lit already every year.
It's lit.
You take it out of the box and it's lit.
Yeah.
But it has different settings. So you could do color, you could do lights, the white lights. You could have it twinkle, all these things. And you can have it cycle through. So the first year, put it on color. Courtney shot that down like instantly. It went to the white
It
light.
becomes not what you like.
And I like the white light. It still looks good.
Well, in
on
this
the Christmas
scenario,
tree.
Mike, you can have whatever you want.
But if I had to pick one, I think I'd go with the colored tree.
Yeah.
Because it just is nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
And I like the look of ours, but our ornaments are more complementary to the white, like the soft white light setting. But I love that I just love the colored lights. It's just something nostalgic about it for me. Just when I was a kid.
Yeah. Lori always likes the white as well. And like you, we have our main tree. We have 3 trees. Our main tree is the.
Well, when you have the mansion, you got to keep
That's
it
right.
decorated for Christmas.
Well, we want to make the city of Morton feel bad too, that our trees look better than theirs.
Well, the people of Morton come to your house now.
yeah, they'll stand on the yard.
Look at the Daniel
Yeah,
tree.
he's going to light it.
Woo! You have fireworks, a drone. It's a thing.
I should do that. But
One sparkler.
yeah, well, that would be downtown. But so Lori always likes the white lights, and we've got a pre-lit tree like you do. It's got the multifunction, and so we always just went with white with it. But then our grandson likes to come over and change it to color, so it became a thing. Every time he'd come over, he'd grab the remote and change it to color. Yeah. Now, Doug, if you're asking me what my favorite is, it's color. Okay. So if you're giving me free choice, it's color.
See, I go back and forth.
Well, then you need the pre-lit that you can switch.
Well, I have one of those. It has like 8 different settings on it. Since I've got the pre-lit
Does it
one,
have fireworks?
I wish.
Yeah, if only.
Push the button.
We all can't
Since
be
we got
Lisbon.
since we got the pre-lit one, I've been using the color, and I do the ones where they fade and they come back on, fade and come back on. But for years, I did just white, and I like an all-white Christmas
I do
tree.
too.
Yeah. But growing up, we always had the colored lights, all different colors and stuff. And that also, you brought up something else too. So on ornaments, do you do matching? Do you like? This is just for you. Do you like matching ornaments, or do you like the hodgepodge, homemade kind of nostalgic that means something? I can go for this one. I like the hodgepodge. Now, we've done both. I bought some matching ornaments and put them on. We've done them like that. But I've got a lot of ornaments that my mom and dad used to buy us ornaments every year and write the name and the year on it. And then I got some that I made as a kid, my wife made as a kid, my mom made when we were little kids, and I throw them on the tree because it means a little more to me that I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had all sorts of anything and everything was an ornament. It felt like on the tree as a kid.
Salt
Yeah.
shaker.
I had football, like the Hallmark football players on the tree. I had like baby's first Christmas, like year counters,
We
and we
have
had
that as well.
the different shapes of like the the ball like ornaments
Yep.
and stuff. So it was anything and everything. My dad had little like model cars, you know, on the tree, and
But that means something to you when you get that out.
Yeah.
It's like, those are all memories of
and it
different
was
Christmas.
It was fun to, like look at them each year too.
Yeah.
But I think I'd probably lean the same way.
Okay.
We do both.
On the same tree, or you have,
No, the one in the family
since you
room.
have so many trees, I don't know if you have one dedicated. to-
The one in the family room is hodgepodge.
Okay.
And the one in the main one, we have three. The third
show
one,
tree.
The third one is more like the woods. It's like got like owls and little woodsy type things.
Okay.
And that's that one. Preference wise though, there's something about a really coordinated tree too, with all the matching and lights are the right color, and I mean there's something about that as well. I dig that when I see them. I've never done ours that way. I think I'm gonna go with you guys though. I think I like the hodgepodge because I like the different mixture of ornaments that we've got on it.
Okay.
We got a couple that are for the grandkids, and
Yeah.
we got ones that where Lori works. They used to do an ornament drawing each
Yeah.
year, like or grab or exchange, and we would get an
That's
ornament.
what my
and
mom
it's like-
did at her work too.
Yeah, and we would
Same
get a
thing.
different one from that, and I just kind of like, I kind of like to see those. And
Yeah, I think at one point in time I had a SpongeBob ornament for when I was a kid next to my mom's wine ornament that she got at the ornament exchange, and it was every inch of the childhood tree was something different.
And the last thing I have is, now this is kind of falling out of favor now, but as a kid I used to like. Did you guys ever? You put tinsel on the tree?
We did, but we stopped.
We did. We did as a kid. Now I
It
haven't.
was too much.
I think when we first got married, we might have done that once or twice, and then that was it.
we did it for a number of years, and we used to get a real tree, and we definitely did
Yeah.
it on the real tree
Yeah, we did
because you're
too.
going to pitch it anyways. With the artificial trees, I don't know that we did tinsel. This one in the family room, I used the garland that's kind of tinsely looking. But yeah, we don't do the tinsel anymore where you pull it out and throw it.
Yeah,
all.
you just throw it. And
Yeah.
just kind of would just hang on the tree. But yeah, we did that.
Somebody
we did
turns
that.
the fan on, it blows off. It's like
Or there's no humidity in your house. You walk by and it comes out and snaps
Yeah.
and pop like ow.
it's like an
The
octopus.
the garland's got a 6-inch reach. You can't get close to the tree and then snap. Oh.
It's kind of like the Lisbon tree.
It is. So that was the last thing I had.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had a random thought on Christmas trees too before you finish
Yeah,
your
go ahead.
segment. So I had seen a video lately of somebody who's like tree hack, and it's like I hate the hacks usually. Like the quick and easy how to videos or whatever. Oh, it's a life hack. So I hate watched it, and I hated it too. It was of a lady. Her entire tree was like saran wrapped. You couldn't even see underneath it. I'm like, why is that? She pulled it out of storage, saran wrapped, still on the stand and everything. She left all the decorations on from the previous year, saran wrapped it, put it in storage, and then when she was taking it out for this year, she just cut the saran wrap, and it's like, there's your tree. But it's like, doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of decorating a Christmas tree?
Yes,
Like,
it does.
it'll save you time and effort of dragging out the ornaments and dragging out the tree, putting it together, but it's like, that's the most fun part about the Christmas decorations is decorating the tree.
No, my mom
Isn't
kind
it?
of did that. But in my mom's defense, she lives by herself. And so it's, decorating the tree is not as fun as it used to be. There's no, it's, my dad's
still
been
have
dead
fun
for
with
11 years. And so
okay.
she's just like, nah. So
I guess each situation would be different, but for me, like, that would kill, like, if I did that, that would kill all enjoyment I had of Christmas. Well, not
Yeah,
of Christmas,
I'm with
but
you.
of the decorating.
yeah, I'm with you.
I like it takes me forever to get everything out, haul it up the stairs. I'm worn out by the end. But I like that. It just feels like Christmas when I do that. I don't want to just like saran wrap it, haul it downstairs, because knowing me, it's going to fall over and break or whatever if I did it.
But might
I
have
like-
done a pseudo version.
I'm not, if it were up to me, I wouldn't do it.
So here's what so our trees are all artificial, and I bought bags for all three of them. And you put it over it and you zip it down over the tree. And this year I left they're pre-lit, so they've already got the lights on them. But I left the ribbon on them as well that goes around them. But I do take all the ornaments off and put them in an ornament tote thing I've got. So then I bring them downstairs and I just stand them up in the other room in there. So this year, all I had to do was my son was home and we just hauled them up. I unzipped the bags, took them off. They already had the ribbon wrapped around them, but I still had to do all the individual ornaments and different things. So it's kind of I
half hate it. And when you've got 3 trees to decorate, I get that. But it's I also don't have the storage for this either.
Part of it stems from
if I did it.
Our previous tree in the living room was one of those. It was an artificial, but you had to put every branch on.
That's how mine are.
You had a little hole and you had to pop. It would take me hours to get that tree set up. And it was just like, I finally just got fed up with having to try to get these back in their boxes and pack them up and bring them downstairs and then get them out next year. Try to unfold them again, branch out all the leaves and branches. And I don't know. I just got fed up with it. So it's like, I'm going to get these bags and I'm going to just stand them down in the basement. So,
they can be a pain.
So I have a little bit of that. All right. So Mike hates my,
half hate yours.
Half hate.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't fully get it. I get it, but I don't
enjoy decorating. I still, like I said, I have to put the ornaments on. I got to deal with lights that are out. Cause you always have a bulb that's burned out or multiple bulbs.
But it's all part of it, Greg. It
is all part of it. And some of it's not good.
But that's what makes it Christmas decorating.
I'm going to turn into the Grinch and go live on top of a mountain.
It's like the outside light. It's like the equivalent of leaving your outside lights up all year to me. That's what it's like. If I had to put an analogy to it.
I'm looking at getting Govee lights for the outside.
Hey, I like the Govee.
I do too.
Because we've talked about my fear of heights and other than diving
But you could
boards,
use those for other things besides Christmas lights.
Oh yeah, I could do 4th of July. I could do.
But you can't. It's like a Christmas tree is a Christmas tree. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to turn it into a debate.
Oh, I know.
I
want to debate about it. No, it was out of necessity that I did it.
Sure.
It was. All right, last thing. I've got an 8-question Christmas tree history quiz. I have not looked at this or done it, so.
Oh, good.
All right. Well, I can't because I got to answer.
No,
the
I know
questions.
this one. I've done these before, and sometimes they're.
I mean, I think it's just like what year did such and such with a tree. Okay.
Okay, sure.
All right, and we only get. I think it's 30 seconds to answer.
Okay.
So we'll have to do it kind of quick.
Do we want to lock in or just shout them out or what?
Lock in.
Okay.
Okay.
8 of them.
Oh, there's 8. Yeah.
All right.
Help me keep track of who. All right. Ready?
Go. Yep.
And start. Boom. When did Christmas trees, when did Christmas trees reach North America? The 17th century, the 16th century, the 18th century, or the 19th century? Guesses? You locked in?
Locked in.
Yep.
I'm going to say 17. I'm going to say 17.
I said 17.
It said 18th.
All right. So 17. I'm going to hit 17 first. Check. It's 17.
Ooh, okay.
So got that one right.
Okay.
All right. Next. I guess good. Okay. So the clock does stop when we tap it. So that's good. All right. Next one. Where did the use of evergreen trees, wreaths, and garlands to symbolize eternal life come from? A custom of ancient Egyptian, Chinese, and Hebrew people? The Elizabethan era law regarding preserving evergreens? A Western European, these are long, a Western European pagan ritual from the Middle Ages. I've only got 2 seconds left. The Scandinavian. Oh, it went.
I'm going to say the first one. I don't even know what that one was, but I'm going to say A.
What was it? Was that the
Hebrew and
Egyptian,
and Chinese?
China's?
And, I'm saying that one.
All right, Mike, did you have one?
I said the pagan one, but it was wrong.
Why?
Well, I said the third option.
Oh,
right?
okay. Well, it moved on. Doug is right. I didn't get an answer in time, so
I just guessed.
Doug is right.
Couldn't even remember for sure what one was. That I decided we'll do that.
Well,
one.
those answers were so long, I couldn't get them out in 30 seconds.
All right. Well, let's go faster. Then here we go.
Ready? Here we
I'm
go.
ready. Go.
Number 3.
Yep.
Boom. Next, go. The pagan custom of tree worship survived pagan Europeans' conversion to Christianity. True or false? The pagan custom of tree worship survived pagan Europeans' conversion to Christianity.
I'm
True or
locked in.
false? You locked?
I said true.
I said true
I
as
said
well.
true.
True. It is.
So I guess that's why we put up Christmas trees.
Yes. All right. Number 4. When were artificial trees made of brush bristles developed in the United States? I guess used in the United States. Developed. It says
Okay.
developed. 1920s, 1950s, 1930s, and 1940s.
I'm locked
I
in.
hate how it doesn't go chronologically.
I know. It's like, and that's the way that the order they've got them in. All right. What do you got?
I said the 20s.
I said
Okay.
40s.
I said 40s as well. So we'll go 20s. Nope. It's the 30s.
Oh.
We all missed.
All right.
All right. Next. Where did the modern Christmas tree originate? Egypt, Germany, England, or France?
All right. I'm locked in.
Mike, you locked in?
Yeah.
All right. What do you say, Mike?
I said England.
Okay. What do you say?
I said Germany.
I said England. All right. We'll start with Egypt since that's the first one. And then that's going to give me the answer, I guess. The correct answer, Germany.
Oh.
Doug? For
The Burgermeister Meisterburger.
All right, number 6. When did the Christmas tree become a common custom among German Lutherans? They did it again, not in the right order. 17th century, 15th century, the 18th century, or the 19th century. 15th, 17th, 18th, or 19th. Common custom in the German Lutherans. Okay, locked?
Sure.
What do you got?
I said 15th.
Same.
I said 17th. The correct answer is the 18th.
Huh.
That's what I guessed on the first century question.
All right, number 7. Who popularized the Christmas tree in England? Queen Victoria, Prince Albert, Queen Elizabeth, or King James I?
Who was the first one?
Queen Victoria. Are you locked?
Yep.
Okay, Doug, go ahead.
I said Vicky.
Same.
I said Albert.
He's in a can.
He is. Better let him out. The correct answer is Prince Albert. Ooh. It is Albert.
I can't buy an answer on this to save my life.
Okay, well, here's the last
one.
Which American company was selling $25 million worth of Christmas tree ornaments annually by 1890?
Ooh.
Kaufman's, Sears Roebuck, F.W. Woolworth, or Meyer and Frank? Mike, you want to go first this time?
Woolworth?
Okay.
I said Sears and Roebuck.
I said Meyer and Frank. So we'll go Sears and see what they say. The correct answer is Woolworth.
Woolworth.
Mike
You
buys
got
an
it.
answer at the end.
I got 4 right.
I got 3.
I got 2.
Woo! Good job.
Doug for the win and the Christmas tree. So for that, you get your own Christmas tree in your yard.
All right.
Just go downtown, pick it up.
Well, Doug, actually, good news. I brought back a Woody tree.
Oh,
so
wow.
feel free to take.
We'll
the Woody.
terrorize everybody in our neighborhood. That's great.
It'll still be better than the Morton tree.
This is true. This is true. All right.
At least people will bring you Cinnabon.
They will.
Oh.
I'll just sit in the tree. Give me another one. Bring me a Reese's this time.
Doug will be the Reese's tree.
Yes.
Oh.
Tomorrow I shall require 2 Reese's.
No, I won't do it.
Oh, please. All right. That's enough of that. Hey, thanks everybody for tuning in to the show, listening. Relax. Take in a deep breath. Don't get offended. Don't get upset about things. Try to relax with the Christmas rush and madness going on.
Or leave town and go up on a mountain.
And then people will scream and shout real loud and annoy you anyway.
Even then, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
We hope you're tuning in 7 days. We'll do a Christmas show. We'll do the last minute gifts, I think, and stuff next show. So hopefully you already have all your Christmas shopping done. But if you don't,
I don't.
You can maybe get some ideas on next week's show. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, see ya.
Later.
Peace. Suspenseful.
Almost changed what I was
Suspenseful.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.